we've made sure that the petri dishes and the media are properly sterile. We now need to make sure that the manifold that we process the sample with is also sterile. And to build it properly, you'll notice we have 2 gaskets. The wider of the 2 gaskets needs to fit snugly inside the collar, and then the narrower of the gaskets needs to sit on top. That gives you a step which the bronze disc sits very neatly and creates a flat surface. That makes sure that your filter doesn't bow when you process the sample. Put the collar back on the funnel and insert like so. There are 3 settings on the collar. The first is off, the second is tight, which we would use during the filtration step, and the third is loose, which we use during sterilisation. We use methanol to sterilise the filtration manifold.
Does it have to be methanol?
It does have to be methanol. We're not using the alcoholic value of the methanol to sterilise, we're actually using its chemistry. So if you use ethanol or another alcohol, it won't work. What we're trying to produce is formaldehyde gas, and we do that by burning the methanol without oxygen, and I'll show that in a moment. So we just put a few drops of methanol into the cup and light it, and we allow that to burn for a few moments until the methanol is about half gone. Once that's half burnt away, I invert the loose collar into the cup, and that cuts the oxygen out, and the methanol will then burn anaerobically without oxygen, and that will produce the formaldehyde gas.
Does it matter how much methanol you put into the cup?
It does matter how much methanol. If you put in too much, you can create too much heat, and that can melt the plastic part of the funnel.
Now you've cut the oxygen off to the methanol, how long do you leave it to sit before you can process its sample?
It takes about 15 minutes to ensure that there's proper sterilisation. Most of that is allowing it to cool down sufficiently to be able to touch it. It's a very hot metal cup right now. So after about 15 minutes, you'll find that that's cooled down sufficiently to be able to use. Recommendation is probably give it a little bit longer than that.